Did you know, November the 17th, is a very groundbreaking day in history? This is David Livingstone. David was the very first European in 1855, to discover what was known to people around the area, as the smoke that thunders, but mostly known to the world today, as Victoria Falls. Now, what is so special about Victoria Falls? It is a waterfall on the Zambeziriver, which is located on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Interestingly enough, it is said to be one of the world's largest waterfalls, but the fact is, it actually has the longest sheet falling water known to mankind. These are three interesting things about the discoverer you may have not known. At 3, he did not originally intend to go to Africa. You see, David was a religious missionary, and with that in mind, he had the desire to go to China, but the Opium War broke out in 1839. A new task was set upon him. The influence of religion had not set much within Africa, and here is where he met Robert Moffat, a missionary just like himself. David was enlightened by his stories of Africa, and he set out to Bechuanaland, which is now known as Botswana, setting out on his mission to spread the methods of Christianity. At 2, as a missionary, he was not very good at being one. He attempted to convert the tribes and chiefs bordering British and Boer territories at the southern tip of the continent. Sadly, he failed to make any real breakthrough. David came to a conclusion that before any progress could be made, he should first explore Africa to further his understanding. He identified the rivers as the best starting point for mapping and navigating inland. Nonetheless, on more than one occasion throughout his career, he was called back by a government unimpressed by the results of his travels. Finally, the same person who encouraged him to go to Africa, he eventually married his daughter in the early 1840s. Mary Moffat taught in a school at Northern Cape province of South Africa, near where her future husband was. The two decided to marry in 1845, despite Mary's mother's disapproval. Mary would accompany David on many of his expeditions across Africa along with his children. She would later tragically die from malaria, having rejoined her husband at the mouth of the Zambezi River in 1862.